Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle video tutorial on Affinity Photo and the average filter. Average filter really does what it says on the tin. This is a fairly orangey looking picture. Well, go to filters and blur and average, and that's it. Makes it sort of look orangey brown, that sort of thing. It just averages out all the pixels. Well, what you can also do, work around this, obviously there's not a work around it, obviously you can go to a layer and you can duplicate this design. So once you've done that, you've got two layers over here, and if you can't find that, View, Studio, Layers and Channels, super useful. With that selected, what you can do, now go to Filters, Repeat, Average, Blur. Obviously you've got the same effect, but you've got the underlying layer. Also, best avoid not working on the underlying layer and suddenly thinking, oh, well, that's strange, because I've done that a few times running through these test tutorials, thinking nothing's happening because I've got selected the other one. So once you've got that, you can go over here to the blending modes and you can run through blending modes. So you go for overlay, soft light, and also, of course, you've got over here the opacity, so you can change that and modify that. So you've got a very intense lava-like image very quickly created by that. So I'm just going to undo that. I'm going to remove that one now. What you can also do, you can go and, of course, duplicate the layer. So layer and duplicate and apply other blending modes. But you can also use that, so make it smaller, the original image. Now you've got the background. What you can do then is go to Filters, Repeat, Average, Blur, and you can quickly create a very quick frame that matches the colour of the image. That's another possibility as well. I'm just going to remove that. So with the background layer, that's it. That's all I've got. Go to Channels. Select the composite red there. Just go to Filters, Repeat, Average, Blur. What you can also do, you can go to Layer and you can fade the average blur. So you've got the fade there. And maybe go for difference, or one of the others, or divide, so and so, and just run through. That's quite an intense image there. Click apply. So once you've done that, you can go to the composite green and then go repeat, blur again. You just get obviously this side. Now you could of course keep that solid colour, perfectly reasonable. Now to reset it, just go up here to the little circle there, and you've got your design there. And what you can do, of course, you can go to layer, fade, average, blur, and you can still continue to apply blending mode, so you can run through, say, like difference there, or divide, so you can create some really interesting colour designs very simply by a combination of the channels as well as the blending modes. Now let's just go back, set that all back to there, layers, got one layer, let's reset everything so you've got that. Select, deselect. Okay, what you can also do, use selections. Obviously you saw the selection there. Just go over here to them. Of course, there's a number of them. There's various rectangle, there's freehand. Of course, you could do that. Let's go for freehand. So just quickly create freehand and then go to add. There's the modes up the top. So you've got add. What it does is you can add to that selection. So maybe select a different part there and another part there. Once you've done that, again, go to filter, repeat, average, blur. And it's just blurred there. And then deselect. And then, of course, you can go and add some more if you want to add another one. And again, what you can do, filters, repeat, and you can also go to layer and fade, average, blur. So you can just simply do that, and just you can see it changing there. Use blending modes as well with that overlay, and so and so. Also, what you can do, I'm just going to undo that. Let's just get rid of all those. What you can do, you can turn this image into a pattern. You can use the whole image. Or if you want, you can just use part of it. So I'm just going to go for elliptical marquee tool there. I'm just going to create a very, very basic selection there. What you can then do, layer, new pattern layer from selection. You can see the design there. Create some very interesting designs using this feature. Go to the move tool and you can move it around. See, I'm just going to remove that underlying image there. But what you can also do, you can go up here to mirror. So you can set the mirror on. And you can move that around, continue, or resize it, rotate it, but you can also apply the average blur to that as well. So just go over here, but instead of applying to the whole lot, you can just say apply it to that little selection there. So filters, repeat, average, blur, and you can see that's applied, and you will see it repeated all the way through. Again, select there, filter, repeat, average, blur, and so on and so on. So you can create some very abstract designs. Maybe go for there. Filter, repeat, average, blur. Won't work because it's outside the area, and I must admit after a while you forget where the selection, select there. There's the actual thing. So what you need to do is use this. That's the area you have to work with selections. Filters, repeat, average, blur, and you can create designs like that. Okay, there, filter, repeat, average, and so on and so on. So you can create some very abstract designs. Maybe cross over that way. Now, if it doesn't do anything, the reason is because, again, you haven't got any of this pattern area in. So you need to have that. So filter, repeat, again, filter, repeat, and so on and so on. You can see you can create some very unusual designs. And that's just using the average filter. Average filter doesn't, on the surface, doesn't look like it does much. Does quite a bit. Anyway, also, please put some comments. If you've got any suggestions, things that you can do with the average filter, really great. Put them in the comments, please. It's great. Also, hope you found this of interest. Always adding new tutorials all the time about Photoshop, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and many, many others. If you've got any comments, please put them there in the comments. And also, a dislike or like. Thank you much.